Hello, good day everyone. This is Uchenna Ejaeckam, your number one real estate consultant and realtor. I just want to use this opportunity to encourage you wherever you are. Um, this is still early in the new year, although the year is fast running as usual. But just in case you were not really able to make it getting a property for yourself last year, I just want to tell you that this is another opportunity. You can start today to plan early to acquire a property for yourself even this year. And like I said, if you missed it last year, this is yet another opportunity, and you can start now to plan to acquire at least one property to your name or to the name of your children this year. One of the things I tell people who are looking for property is to make sure that you do that through a genuine and trusted real estate consultant and realtor. And I am always here to help you do that and do it to your satisfaction. It is also advisable, to involve a property lawyer whenever you are going for property. Let me use this opportunity to briefly talk about the video that trended as regards to a particular area in Enugu being demolished. And I think even in the video, it was said that the entire area was demolished. In fact, at a point, it was even told that about 200 buildings were demolished. That is at Centenary City Enugu. Even though I may really not have the opportunities to show you a video in my explanation, but I just want to make some things clear to you. That video that really trended, I'm just trying to address this because a lot of people called me, those in the country and those outside the country. In fact, so many people who are looking forward to acquiring property, and those who also have acquired in Enugu and even outside the city of Enugu sent me same video, asking me to explain to them what was happening. That's really why I just said, okay, let me use this opportunity to, in a little way address the issue. What really happened, part of the story or the video that you saw was really not entirely true. Yes, a particular area, in that area that people, tag as Centenary City, some buildings in that area were demolished. Not 200 buildings, and not the entire area as the video, described. For those of you who know Enugu well, you may be familiar with the area that is called Centenary City. Number one point is that Centenary City is an estate, the first estate that came in that area. And this estate is developed by Private Estate International West Africa Limited. That's the first developer that went into this area, and the estate is called Centenary City. And now, after the developer went in, other real estate developers started moving in that same direction, and therefore many other estates started emerging in that same location. Those along the way into the Centenary City, some other estates around, some behind, and some other developers are still moving in that direction, even all the way down behind the Centenary City. But the entire area is now tagged Centenary City. So whatsoever happens in that area, people will tell you something is happening at the Centenary City. Now, number one issue I want to address is that Centenary City is intact. There's nothing happening, no demolition at Centenary City as an estate. Now, like I told you earlier, I'm really sorry I can't even show you the video of the location now. For those of you who know Enugu well, if you are moving from the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway into the Centenary City, you approach a roundabout, which if you go through your left, it leads you to Deridaya Estates. and the rest. But within that roundabout, if you take your right, that's where the demolition, that's the area the demolition actually happened. And this area, according to the information we gathered, was that this area was an area that was given as a compensatory land or compensatory area to the community, Diago Amage, the original owners of the Centenary City area. We are Private Estate International West Africa Limited acquired in their pursuit to develop the Centenary City. So that portion of land, that area was given to them by the developer of Centenary City as compensatory plots or compensatory areas. That's the community. So this area does not belong to Centenary City. If you are coming in to Centenary City from Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway, you are moving inside, you get to a particular roundabout, which at the left leads to the Daya, the right part, is where we are talking about. That's where this demolition happened. Not the entire buildings were demolished. That demolition affected some buildings, and it's very, very unfortunate. In this time we are in this country, for somebody to bring out his hard-earned money and build a structure, and all of a sudden the whole thing just goes down, just in a twinkle of an eye. It's really not good. I feel so sorry, for those whose structures were affected. But then, in making further investigation, we heard that there was a contention between families in this particular area. A particular family, was trying to have an edge over the matters in that area, against the wish of the other family or the will of the other family. So there was a kind of contention in that area. And this contention had been there, for a long time now. But you see, that's why, we advise people to follow professional real estate consultants or realtors, or to consult, property lawyers whenever you have need of acquiring real estate. These people are the people who have the information, the people who will give you the information that you need to know concerning a particular place where you want to acquire your land. So as this contention, between these families, we are on, of course, people were being, led to acquire property in that location. Some sources say that those whose houses were demolished bought their property, from a wrong source rather than the right source where they could have, gotten their property from. So again, going by that information, you also need to know the source through which you are getting your property whenever you need a property. It's very, very important. It's very, very key. Make sure that you're going through the right source, through the genuine source. It doesn't matter what it costs you, it doesn't matter the price. It is far much better for you to get your property at a higher price following the right source than going through some other source or shortcut, and then at the end of the day, you lose all that you have really invested. Again, from the mouth of government officials, you also get the information that these property owners in this area whose houses were affected were told to go and regularize their documents as regards their property, and that time was given to them, and they chose not to regularize the documents of their property. Then also from the mouth of government officials came the report that some buildings in that area were detected by security operatives as being used for some nefarious activities. They alleged that some of the buildings were being used as a kidnappers hideout or even for kidnapping purposes. And some sophisticated electronic and security gadgets were also discovered. So there were different twists, to this story. But where I really, wanted to stress is the aspect that, talked about getting your property from the right source. Is very, very important. It's very, very important. A property is not what you just go, and pick and then throw away whenever you don't need it. Property is what a person gets out of his sweat, out of his hard work. So you need to make sure that you go through the right people, that you go through the right source whenever you are acquiring your property. You want to proceed, to start building. Make sure that your property, gets approval from the relevant authority. Having said this, I want to make it clear that Centenary City is safe and secure. It wasn't inside the Centenary City. In fact, of course, there are many genuine plots still selling inside the Centenary City, and these plots range from 40 million to 50 million, even some above, depending on the particular location. So if you really need a genuine plot, even in that area, I can also help you, acquire a very nice, a very safe and secure property in that location. Enugu is safe, Enugu is secure in terms of property. Awka is safe, Awka is secure. These are the beautiful places, that you can go, get your property if you're looking for a property. If you have a property need in Enugu or Awka, Anambra State, just call me on 07038682489 and you'll be glad you did. My name remains Uchenna Ejaeckam. Do have a lovely day.